We're often told that we should be kind, putting others' needs before our own. But has anyone ever warned you that being too kind and caring can actually be dangerous? In a world where we don't always get what we give, where kindness isn't always reciprocated, it's crucial to recognize the risks. While kindness is often seen as a virtue, an unexamined habit of giving can sometimes lead us down a path where our own well-being is compromised. Today, I'm going to reveal 8 surprising ways being too kind can backfire, and 4 powerful strategies to prevent people from taking advantage of your generosity. You might find that these insights not only protect you, but also help you navigate relationships with a newfound sense of balance and purpose. Let's dive right into number 1. When you're too nice, you often have overly high expectations of others. The Stoics believed in accepting things as they are, not relying on others to make us happy. This idea can be liberating, freeing us from the constant pressure of seeking approval or reciprocation. Giving without expecting anything in return helps protect you from disappointment and cultivates emotional detachment, which brings inner peace. But whether we realize it or not, it's hard to be entirely selfless. When we give everything we have, we expect others to do the same when we're in need. But here's the harsh truth. When you're constantly giving, people come to expect it, taking your efforts for granted. This can lead to frustration, exhaustion, and even resentment when your hopes of reciprocity go unmet. Yet when you look at it objectively, it's not that others are letting you down. They're simply taking care of their own needs, just as you should be. If you don't prioritize yourself, why would others? This brings us to the second point. When you're too generous, people will only come to you when they need something. The Stoics teach us that true value lies in acting with reason and virtue, not in blindly fulfilling others' desires. By moderating your generosity, you maintain control over your actions and avoid habits that damage your mental health. Remember, people are creatures of habit, and if you're always there to give, they'll grow accustomed to it, expecting you to shoulder their responsibilities. This habit of theirs might become so ingrained that they see your assistance as a given rather than a favor. It's essential to recognize when your kindness is being taken for granted and when it's time to step back. If you don't value yourself, don't expect others to do it for you. Those who benefit from your kindness aren't likely to tell you to take care of yourself. They're too busy enjoying the benefits. And here's the kicker. Your own goals will be sidelined. The Stoics emphasized living by reason and virtue, setting boundaries, and prioritizing your own responsibilities. When you consistently put others' needs before your own, you risk losing your identity and well-being, running away from the pain and fear within yourself. How do you feel when you're alone, with no one to distract you from your thoughts? If you're constantly busy tending to others to avoid confronting your own issues, you're only making things worse for yourself. It's a double-edged sword. While helping others might give you temporary relief from your own anxieties, it ultimately leaves you depleted and more vulnerable to those very fears. Self-care isn't just a buzzword, it's a fundamental part of being healthy. Before you can truly help others, you need to ensure that you're content, spoiled, and well cared for. Think of it this way. You shouldn't offer someone a piece of chocolate unless you've enjoyed one yourself. Similarly, don't offer to clean someone else's house until you've taken care of your own. Put yourself first and let the rest of the world come second. By doing so, you create a foundation of strength and resilience that allows you to give more meaningfully when the time is right. This isn't selfishness, it's strategic self-care that ultimately benefits everyone around you. But here's the problem. If you're too nice, people might start seeing you as weak. Stoicism teaches us the importance of strength and self-control. By setting boundaries and practicing self-discipline, you show others that you're committed to your own responsibilities and values, earning their respect rather than being seen as a pushover. If you're always the one helping out, people might begin to think that you're easily exploited. But the moment you start saying no, something magical happens. People start respecting you. Respect is earned not just through kindness, but through the ability to assert your own needs and boundaries. It's a delicate balance, but one that is essential for maintaining healthy, mutually respectful relationships. But there's a downside. You'll likely end up surrounded by people who only want something from you. Stoicism encourages us to be wise in choosing who we help, discerning between those who genuinely need assistance and those who are simply taking advantage. Real friends won't just be there when they need something, they'll be there for you too. But if you find yourself surrounded by people who only come to you in times of need, it's time to rethink those relationships. The energy you give out attracts similar energy in return. If you're constantly giving, you may find yourself drained by those who take more than they give. This can lead to a cycle of one-sided relationships that leave you feeling unfulfilled and resentful. You might even find yourself in a vicious cycle, giving so much that you attract needy, opportunistic people who drain your energy without giving anything in return. This can leave you feeling depleted, vibrating at a low frequency, and stuck in bad habits. Stoicism teaches the importance of self-discipline, helping us avoid getting stuck in these negative cycles. If someone close to you points out that you're overindulging, whether it's drinking, eating, or gambling too much, take it seriously. It's easy to get defensive, but often those who care about us see things we might be blind to. Your well-being depends on recognizing these patterns and taking action before they become entrenched. Lastly, here's the ironic truth. In a world where genuine kindness is rare, people might become suspicious of your motives. Instead of appreciating your generosity, they might wonder what you're hiding. This skepticism isn't entirely unfounded. Sometimes, those who appear overly generous are concealing darker intentions. It's crucial to remain authentic, acting in line with your principles, and not letting others' suspicions deter you from doing good. However, it's also important to be mindful of how your actions are perceived, ensuring that your kindness is rooted in genuine care rather than a need for validation or control. Authenticity in your generosity will naturally dispel any doubts about your intentions. But always be aware that not everyone will see it that way. Now that we've covered the dangers, let's talk about how to protect yourself from being taken advantage of. Strategy number 1, pay attention to how you feel. The Stoics believed in self-awareness. Understanding your emotions and desires is key to knowing when you're giving too much. If helping others leaves you feeling exhausted or resentful, it's a sign that you need to rebalance your priorities. Your emotions are a compass, guiding you towards what's right for you. Ignoring them can lead to burnout and emotional fatigue, which ultimately benefits no one. Strategy number 2, don't be afraid to say no. Your time and energy are valuable, and setting boundaries is crucial to maintaining a balanced life. Saying no isn't negative, it's a form of self-respect. Practice in front of the mirror if you need to, but remember that saying no is sometimes the most empowering thing you can do for yourself. It's a way of protecting your resources, ensuring that you have enough to give when it truly matters. Over time, you'll find that this small word can make a huge difference in how you're treated by others and how you feel about yourself. Strategy number 3, make time for yourself and stick to it. Following the Stoic principles of self-discipline and self-respect, it's essential to carve out time for your own well-being. Whether it's exercise, hobbies, or simply relaxing, schedule this time into your life and protect it fiercely. If someone asks for your help during this time, politely decline or offer to assist at a different time. This is not just about maintaining your health. It's about asserting your right to enjoy your own life, free from the constant demands of others. This time is sacred. It's where you recharge, reflect, and prepare yourself to face the world with renewed energy and clarity. Finally, strategy number 4, identify energy vampires and distance yourself from them. Some relationships drain us more than they nourish us. By recognizing these energy-draining connections and stepping back from them, you protect your mental and emotional health. Stoicism teaches us to choose our relationships wisely, investing time and energy into those that uplift us rather than pull us down. It's not easy to let go of people who have been part of your life, but sometimes it's necessary for your own well-being. Remember, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, so choose wisely. In conclusion, the Stoic philosophy reminds us that balance is key. Generosity is a virtue, but it must be tempered with self-care and discernment. Lean towards the middle ground, where you can give without depleting yourself, and don't be afraid to use the magic word, no, when necessary. By doing so, you maintain your well-being and continue to live in alignment with your values. Remember, it's not about how much you give, but how you give that truly matters. In a world that often takes more than it gives, your well-being must come first. We've reached the end of this journey, and I sincerely hope these tips will be of great use to you. Don't forget, you're a crucial part of this channel. If this video resonated with you or taught you something new, give it a thumbs up so more people can discover the power of Stoic wisdom. And if you haven't already, be sure to check out our ebook on Stoicism and how to apply it in your own life. Subscribe for your daily dose of Stoic wisdom and personal growth. Your journey towards a balanced, fulfilled life starts with these simple, yet powerful principles.